Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight on the CE show. I am charging. It's almost running out, so this is what I can do tonight. Um, I am looking into what. Here we'll talk about that later. But for right now, this is the view we're getting. I apologize. The phone's charging. Yes. Anyways, tonight, like I said, I think I talked about this. Tonight, here on the show, we are here to talk about the game between the Warriors and Houston. What a game this was. What a game. The thing was, could Houston hold on? Could they win? This has been talking about. Can Houston be the team to. I apologize for the shaking. Like I said, I'm in a literally in a short leash right now with my charger. I only have a few points left before this thing, shuts out. So I have to charge it. Otherwise, I cannot shoot the shit tonight. Anyways, yeah. So Houston's been talking about how they are the favorites to eliminate the Warriors in the 2000 in the playoffs. 2017, 2018 playoffs. So this is the third time they play them. First game of the season, Houston wins. Second time, the Warriors win. But James Harden was not there, and tonight everybody's back. Well, Trevor Ariza was not there, but other than that, everybody was there. And once again, they beat them. They are 2-1 versus the Warriors this season. And let me tell you something. To me, this is like I said. This is a team defensively. They look like they can play them. They really do. I really like the additions they made with Mamuhe, Tucker, even Chris Paul. He's an upgrade at that defensive side of the ball. Mamute, Tucker, Capella can always play defense. Ariza. You look at this team right now, and other than maybe Ryan Anderson and James Harden, everybody can play defense on this team for the most part. So I think this team is probably the best they've been defensively since James Harden's been there in Houston. Warriors, I thought nobody really had a good game for them. Durant had 20. Kevin Durant had 25. Thompson had 7. Steph Curry had 19. Nobody really did anything for them. I was wondering in the second half, could they turn it on like they did on Monday with the Cleveland game? They were kind of struggling in the first half, and then I thought they turned that on in that second half. That was not the case here either. Well, they tried to, but Houston just didn't let them. Houston hold on, and they were able to get the W. 100 and what was it, 116, 108. But I was really wondering in that second half, would the Warriors really turn it on and take the game? And I think they tried, and Houston just didn't let them defensively. They put their foot down and did not let them. They shut down, Chris Paul, 33, 11 assists. James Harden, 22, showed up. And maybe Houston's a team. We'll see what happens. Like I said, they said after the game, it's only January. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they're the team. But hey, we'll see what happens. Like, so far, they're 2-1 versus them, But 2-1, so we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But yeah, so far good. Defensively, they look good. They're even going to get better once they get Ariza back from the 2-game suspension. But we'll see what happens. But good game. I'm happy because what about that ass whooping? Did you guys watch that ass whooping that the Thunder gave the Cleveland mother chicken on a waffle string? What was it? 148 to 117. That was ugly. They're talking about firing Ty Lue. Mother chicken on a waffle string was that ugly. Oh man. Cannot believe that shit. Anyways, I'm not even gonna waste my time talking about that shit. I mean, I do like what the Thunder are doing lately. Although it's weird because they have W's over Cleveland and the Warriors. So even though they struggle this year, they have played the Warriors and they have beat them. And they obviously they played Cleveland, they beat them. So it's weird. So that's why I'm saying that everybody's like, oh, Houston Warriors, Western Conference Finals. I'm like, no, you still got the Pelicans. You still got the Spurs. You still got the Timberwolves. You still got the Thunder. You need to slow it down. There are still teams out there who I think the Spurs, once they get healthy, they can have a chance. Minnesota, they're still a young team. They can figure it out. They're a talented young team. They can figure it out. Um, uh, who else? The Pelicans. They can figure it out. Maybe there are still some teams other than Houston and Warriors. Obviously, you expect the Warriors to be there. There was like, oh, 100% is going to be Warriors Houston. I'm like, no. There's still teams like the Pelicans, the Spurs, the Thunder. They can have some the Timberwolves who may have something to say. Those probably are the four teams along with Houston. Um, Pelicans, Spurs, Timberwolves, and Thunder, along with Houston. They can probably have something to say. But anyways, that's all I have to say for tonight. All right, let's talk about some other shit right now. All right. So, chicken wings. You told me, I saw your comment in the comment section. You told me that there's a thing called movie maker, whatever it's called, making my movie, and that if I go to that, if I go to that website or that link, I do not longer have to look for folders. That I can just get my download on my top or whatever you said. So I'm looking into it. Tomorrow I'm gonna get to work on that in the morning before all the games start tomorrow. So chicken wings, I'll be. Thank you for the advice, and yes, I'll look at that shit tomorrow. Chicken wings. So shout out to chicken wings. He may fix a thing. So he was telling me that there's a thing called like movie making, whatever the hell it's called. I have the link. I will look at it tomorrow in the morning. And apparently you just have to download the video somewhere, and you don't have to worry about looking for folders anymore. That would be very helpful, chicken wings. So thank you for trying to help out, chicken wings. All right, but yes, one more thing I wanted to talk about was that some people are saying that the game tomorrow, the Eagles Vikings game, could be that apparently there's look. I said the Eagles are going to win. That's just me from my heart. But if you think about it, I think the Vikings are going to win. Because, look, so you always, every time it's an even matchup, you're like, who has the better defense? Who has the better offense? I think the Vikings have the better offense. They have the experience. Case Keenum starting there since week 2. They have the timing down with the receivers. I think the Vikings have the better offense. Who has the better defense? I think that the Vikings have a more complete defense. I think the Eagles have a very good front seven, but I think their secondary is weak. Where I think the Vikings have a full defense from their defensive line to their linebackers to their secondary. So I think the Vikings will win tomorrow. To be honest with you, I think yesterday I did not want to. Some of you were saying that I went against my Eagles and then they won versus the Falcons. So that's why I decided to go on versus my Eagles. But to be honest with you, I want my Eagles to win. But obviously, I'm thinking as a professional, I'm thinking it's going to be the Vikings. I just think Case Keenum has more experience this season, has more chemistry with the wide receivers and the plays than Nick Foles, who's only been starting since week 15. And other than that, New York game has really struggled. And defensively, I think the Vikings have a more complete defense from top to bottom, where the Eagles, to me, kind of leaks at the end there with that secondary. It kind of leaks oil at times with that secondary, Other than Malcolm Jenkins, you don't really have anything to really, you don't really have much. A lot of young, guys that are there on 1, 2, 3 years. So I don't know. I think we leak oil in that bag, that secondary. But we'll see what happens. I got the Vikings, to be honest. If I was not an Eagles fan, I would have said probably New England versus Minnesota. And that's what I think is going to happen. I want the Eagles. I'm hoping the Eagles, but that was me choosing with my heart. In reality, I am thinking it's going to be New England versus Minnesota. And that's me as a professional. So I just wanted to say that tonight on the show. That me, obviously as a fan, I'm hoping Eagles. But me as a professional, I'm thinking it's going to be Minnesota. I just think they are more of a complete team. I just think Keenum has more experience with the system this season. I think that, like I said, I think defensively they're a more complete defense. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. And I will be making some videos. I already have some few topic ideas. Let me know what your topic ideas are. If you have any topic ideas for myself. Marty, apparently you running naked all over Louisiana on 32-degree weather. Marty, what the fuck is going on with you, man? Shout out to you. I'm still a big fan of yours, but man, I cannot believe you, Marty. 32 degrees and you're running naked. Let it go, Marty. Stop getting drunk. Your team lost. Let it go. By the way, Marty, I may have to show you a video about possibly your safety number 43. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, until next time, I am the man that runs the place. I'm the Lord that runs the yard. I'm the man that runs the place. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, what kind of a mood would I be in? I don't know. Will I be in a good mood? Will I be in a bad mood? I'm going to try to control myself tomorrow, but I apologize. And hopefully this whole thing that Chicken Wings tells me about works. And because I'm tired of this shit. I'm sure you guys don't like this shit too much close to my face. I like standing up and moving around and like acting stuff out, you know. Tonight I wish I could have you, because I wanted to talk about some of the fucking plays Chris Paul was doing. I wanted to act them out for you guys. But I cannot do that with the phone like this. I have to hold it in my hand. And a lot of you guys are telling me I have to sit, otherwise the phone shakes too much. So I cannot act out the plays I wanted to tonight. Tonight I wanted to act out some plays. I really did. I wanted to imitate the Chris Paul and James Harden plays we're doing tonight with the passing. Unfortunately, I cannot do that if I have to sit and hold the camera. Mother chicken on a waffle string. You have got to be kidding me right now. Otherwise, until next time.